Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. In this video tutorial, I will discuss about open source intelligence, okay? And we will see some of these tools through penetration testing hands-on lab that I obtained from CompTIA, all right? So what is open source intelligence? Well, open source intelligence is basically a free and publicly available tools that can legally be gathered. We can search for information that can be legally be gathered from free and publicly sources information about an individual or organization. So there tend to be basically information that found on the internet, okay? So this is normally the first step that a targeted attack do, which is intelligence gathering about the target, okay? While there are many ways and means to do this covertly, but intelligence gathering usually start with scraping information from public sources or open source intelligence, known as OSINT, okay, open source intelligence. So let me show you some of the tools that I'm using right now, okay. This is a hands-on lab using penetration testing from CompTIA. So the scenario is like this. Before we begin dedicating time and resources to actively scanning the target network, you want to start out by taking less intrusive approach, which is open source intelligence. Publicly available sources of information can reveal a great deal about the target, and enough to hone your eventual attack on the organization. We are going to use a command called recon-ng, which is available in Kali Linux, to teach the red team members to perform passive reconnaissance. We want them to learn how to glean as much of information as they can on the people and technology that the target organization employ. All right. So in this exercise, we're gonna compare and contrast various use cases of tools. So let me log into Kali, okay, and the username is root here, all right, and the password is PA22WORD. By the way, student will not be using this program because they have to pay this, okay. This is a penetration testing lab. I believe it costs about $300 to $500, but students are welcome to purchase in case they want to experiment these tools, okay. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna open my Kali, right? As you can see that the instruction is located on the right hand side. So I'm gonna open my terminal, which is in here, okay? And at the prompt I'm gonna type recon ng, all right, recon ng. All right, so now I have all the recon ng. Recon ng is a gathering tool, useful tools for gathering many different open source intelligence, okay. So we need to take some time to review this, okay. I'm gonna open like a new one, which is enter workspaces, enter workspaces, app pen test, all right, there we go. So now verify the prompt that changes to recon-ng.pentest, all right. So let's go to the next one. At the prompt, enter a domain that we're gonna add. So in this example, I'm gonna do enter the domain that we're gonna choose for the activities. I'm gonna add domains comtia.org. All right, comtia.org. So I'm gonna enter this. Then we need to verify that. We're gonna show domain, enter. There we go. So we just created a workspace called CompTIA, and I'm going to choose all of this. All right, scroll down, examine some of the available modules. So we're gonna go to show. In here I'm going to show module, okay, and that will show you all the module that they have. So I'm gonna check this mark. Notice that this is 11%. They show you a taskbar. The nice thing about this program is the platform is already set up. That means we just do the actual pen test, right? But in our case, we need to set up our own platform. That's why in the class we set up our own Kali Linux, Metasploitable 2, and Windows 7. So we have two target machine, which are Windows 7 and Metasploitable 2, and the Kali Linux as an attacker machine. All right. So let's search for the domain for the contact information. So we're gonna use this. I'm gonna type use recon, right, /domain dash contact who is point of contacts, right, and then enter. Boom, there we go. Right, so now verify that the who is point of contact prompt stated there. All right, and then I'm gonna go show option, right, there we have all the source, right. I'm gonna check this, check this, and then I'm going to run, right. When I click run, look what happened, right. It will show me all the information, the point of contact run. There we go, right. All right, so we find the contact's name. So when we do a run command in the command prompt, we find some information about the contacts and email address. Here we go. The contact is Randall, Palm, and Robert Rohman. All right, and we find the email address here, and Robert Winchester, right. So we have this email address and Rohman email address and Mr. Randall Palm email address. So this is some of the good things about open source intelligent tools. Okay, we can customize this. All right, so search an account for evidence of compromise. From Kali Linux, we're gonna go to Waterbox. We're gonna go to Waterbox. Okay, let me see. This is called the Waterfox, right? We're gonna select Waterfox, and then let me see. All right, so I'm gonna navigate to HTTPS. Have I been pound.com. All right, so now I already have this. Check this and check that, and in the type box, type any account, one of your account to enumerate in this website. So let's put my email as OSINT2 at southtexascollege.edu. See if it has been found yet. So I'm gonna click found. Alright, so let me see what we have here. I'm going to scroll. Oh no, found. So we have 4 data breaches and found, right? So let's find out what happened here. From data enrichment exposure from PDL customer. Okay, and then what else here? We have from Kayomo, collection over 200 meals here, compromised data, and also Linkit, right, from Linkit, because in 2016 Linkit had 164 million email address and password exposed, originally hacked in 2012, and the data remained out of sight until being offered for sale on the dark market, the site 4 years later. So therefore in STC every semester we need to change our password. Okay, so this is one of the countermeasures that the admin can do. Okay, change your password frequently. In my case, I do it every semesters. All right, so I have done this one, and then I'm gonna minimize this, remain this open. So let's minimize this. I'm going to minimize this. All right, what's the next one? The social media. So I'm going to use this. I'm going to use the recon profiles, profilers, profiles, and then profiler. Okay, I need to exit this first. So I'm gonna go to, where is it? Recon ng, and then I'm going to use, I think I accidentally exit, so I'm going to repeat this. Recon ng. Okay, so I'm going to see use recon slash profile profiles slash profiler, right? There we go. Now I get this. Set source CompTIA domain, and then set source CompTIA. All right, then I'm going to click enter and then run it. There we go. Ooh, as you can see that we have a lot of those, right? Social media present, right? So anything that have it there, I have a green bullet. You see that? That's called a green bullet there. I will show you a minute. So let me run for a few more seconds or minutes. All right, so we have 31 total new profile found, right? So this CompTIA, we have a lot of things on the social media. All right, let me find out here. Here, you see this profile CompTIA in the Twitter is shadowban.eu API CompTIA. So we have one found in the Twitter. So we have one Twitters, and what else here? From Scratch, right? scratchmit.edu, right? From a blog, right? You see this green color? This is another second one. All right, so let me try another one. We have in MyFitnessPal, right? In MyFitnessPal, we have it there. On archive.org, we also find one, right? In Microsoft Telnet community. So all the green, if you notice that whenever a student find green bullets, that means it's contain the full URL social media profile on that site. All right. So as you can see that this is a nice tool that we can use. All right. So let me see if I can use this. Use again. Let's find the mail-based DNS record, right? Use recon domains host mx underscore spf sender policy framework IP address, right, of this one. We are going to prop the domain, CompTIA domain. We're gonna find the mail exchangers and the sender policy framework record for the domain and the public IP address range. So I'm gonna click enter, right? Enter this, and then we are going to run this one, right? Run. Okay, I think I get some mistake here. Use this and then run. Okay, I have some difficulty. Let me see. Let me see. So enter. Let me see if I press enter. Run. Okay. Let me see. I need to exit this again. See recon ng. Recon ng. I'm going to use recon domains dash host slash mx underscore spf underscore IP. All right, like this, and run. Set source CompTIA. All right, so now run. Let me see. Well, let me pause this one. All right, let me pause this. I don't know why they. Okay, basically I have to rerun again. Somehow I get lost connection, so I run this one again. Use recon domain host slash mx sender policy framework to get the mx record mail-based DNS. Okay, so let me show it to you here. What we can. Here we go. This is the IP address range, which is in 198.138.34.5.0/24. This is the range of IP address, and then there is another one here. Where is it? This is the net block, right? This is the net block, and this is the IP address. 52.72.252.246. Let me see this. If I scroll it down here, so now we have discovered this one, right? So we find the MX sender record, MX and SPX, and public IP address range. Here, the green one, right? See, this is the host IP address. This is the net block, right? Which is the green one. Is the range of IP address within the company. And the SPX is in the bottom here. Here we go. This is the host Outlook, right? comtia-org.mail.protection.outlook.com. Okay. So as you can see that this is kind of quite powerful tools, right? I should make it larger here, right? This is the SPX, right? Here we go. The block and the public IP address, right? Including the mail here. This is the mail here. Okay. The XPX domain here, sender policy framework record, Outlook SPF protection, Outlook. What else here? This is the green one. You see the green one here? So we find that all the information. So 2 total hosts find and 1 new net block. Alright, I think I will stop in here. I just give you a brief overview how the open source intelligence gathering work using a penetration testing lab. Student can do this experiment using Kali Linux, and I'm gonna show you some of the information here that student may need to check or to follow, right? We're gonna find the subdomain, the domain, and report of your finding and so on. Alright, so thank you very much and have a wonderful day.